Hi, in this video, I'm going to be picking the winners for Week 13 of NFL season 2025. Starting it off with Thanksgiving tomorrow, 3 Thanksgiving games. The first game was the most difficult to pick. It was Green Bay Packers at Detroit Lions. Initially, I was leaning toward Green Bay Packers. I feel like the Micah Parsons trade was like they did that to like beat the Lions and get ahead in the division, and they beat them earlier in the season. The Lions, they don't have like they're always on Thanksgiving, but they like always lose. I feel like besides last season and 2 years ago, they got clowned by Green Bay at home on Thanksgiving. Christian Watson caught like a huge pass to open the game, and then Green Bay like a 50-yard pass to Watson. And then Christian Watson, and then they just like started scoring. It was like a 20-point lead. We tried to make a comeback, we didn't win. But like it's my hometown team, and I gotta pick the Lions because all my coworkers were so excited in their Lions gear, and like maybe Lions, yes Lions, and like they convinced me. I was gonna pick the Packers, but like what kind of Thanksgiving would it be? I wouldn't pick the Lions, so I'm just gonna take them. And then the next game is Kansas City Chiefs at Dallas Cowboys. It was a shocking win last week for the Cowboys to beat the Eagles, but it looks like the trade is paying off for them. Maybe too little, too late. I feel like the Chiefs are serious about getting in the playoffs. Last week with their win against the Colts, they were down by 11 in the fourth quarter and then won in overtime. A little more Mahomes magic in the tank. So I think it happens on Thanksgiving too. I'm taking Kansas City Chiefs. Then the night game is Cincinnati Bengals at Baltimore Ravens, and Joe Burrow is back from his injury, but they're 3-8. I mean, it's not. I don't think it's going to be like last year where they can make a little run. This is just maybe out of hand. They lost too many games, and with Baltimore, winners of 5 in a row, in the position that they're in now, being the division leader, I don't think they're going to relinquish that against Cincinnati on Thanksgiving. So I like Baltimore Ravens. I'm picking them. And then the Black Friday game is Chicago Bears at Philadelphia Eagles. So another holiday treat. Chicago's 8-3 in first place in the NFC North. But this is their hardest test yet. This is their most difficult matchup, playing against the defending champs in Philadelphia Eagles. I think the Eagles will win. I'm picking them. Chicago hasn't beaten like a top tier team like this, so that's why I'm picking Eagles. Moving on to Sunday and the 1:00 p.m. Eastern time games. Starting it off with San Francisco 49ers at Cleveland Browns. I was going to pick the Browns. I was going to have 2 upset picks this week, but then I decided against the Browns. This is a little bit of a harder matchup for them. They beat Vegas. That was cool. I'm glad Shedeur got his first NFL win. That was cool too. But San Francisco, I don't know. I mean, Brock Purdy threw 3 picks last week on Monday night, and they still won 20-9. So they can beat these teams. Like, I mean, if they could beat the Panthers, I mean, the Cleveland Browns are, I guess, similar. They have a strong defense, but they're not like even like maybe like a middle of the pack team at best. Like for the Browns, they're on the bottom, probably bottom quarter teams, even more so near the bottom. I like the 49ers. I mean, it'd be nice for if it was my decision to put like the NFC playoff picture, I would want to leave the Niners out and have 3 NFC North teams. But I'll just take the Niners. They're probably going to win this game. And with them, they've been in the Super Bowl like multiple times, like in recent memory, like in the last, they've played the Chiefs 2 times in the Super Bowl in like the last 5 years, 6 years or something. And they're always like in the conference championship games and making playoff runs. And it's the same guys. It's Kittle and McCaffrey and Purdy and Coach Shanahan. So, yeah, now I'm convincing myself. It's definitely going to be the 49ers. Next game is Jaguars at Titans. The Jaguars are going to win. This is an easy game for them. They've won 2 in a row. So they sense an easy opponent and looking to extend their win streak to 3. Potentially still win first place in the division. Yeah, and with Tennessee being maybe like in the bottom 2 teams in the NFL, I'm really confident that the Jaguars will win. Maybe not really confident. I guess it could be an upset. But yeah, I think the Jaguars will win. One of the more confident picks, I guess, maybe. Here's my upset of the week. Just one this week of all 16 games. Houston Texans at Indianapolis Colts. I'm taking the Texans to make it a 3-team race in their division in the AFC. Is it the South? Yeah. Between the Colts, Jags, and Texans, make it a little tighter. I picked the Jags to win the division before the season started, so it'd be cool if I could get that one. Last season, I picked all 8 division winners correctly. This year, I don't even think I'll be able to get 4. But if I get Jags, that'd be sweet. What an upset pick. With that being said, Indianapolis, they could be due for a end of season collapse. Yeah, they had a strong start, but it could end here. And Houston's won, I don't know how many, 3 games in a row. And possibly C.J. Stroud is coming back. They won 3 games in a row with Davis Mills, so got to give it up to him. They're doing really good. They're on the up and up. So I'll take the upset of the week pick here, Houston Texans. Next game is New Orleans Saints at Miami Dolphins. The Saints are bad. They can't get first downs or score touchdowns like in my mind confidently. I don't see where their points are coming from that easily. And Miami is coming off the bye. They're not the best, but I'm definitely taking the Dolphins to win. Next game, game 9 of 16, is Atlanta Falcons at New York Jets. I don't think the Jets would win because they just traded away some of their top guys, Quentin Williams and Sauce Gardner. Tyrod Taylor's playing. And Justin Fields, it was just a coach's decision. They just put Justin Fields as the backup now. So the season's kind of over for the Jets, and maybe look forward to next year and who are they going to draft or who are they going to bring in? What are they going to do? Falcons this season, it's salvageable, but, they're not that good. I wasn't that confident in picking them, even against the Jets. They lost 5 games in a row before last week's victory against the Saints. But still, they can win here. They can get back in the mix in their division, and I think they will. I'll take Atlanta Falcons. Next game is Arizona Cardinals at Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I don't care. I'm taking the Buccaneers, even if Baker Mayfield plays or not with his injury. Bucky Irving's going to be back. Arizona, they just lose all their games recently. So, yeah, taking Buccaneers. Next game, last game of the 1 o'clock set, is the Los Angeles Rams at Carolina Panthers. Los Angeles Rams could be in the Super Bowl for the NFC, could even win the Super Bowl this year. They're absolutely legit this year. Matt Stafford, again, 30 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Crazy, ridiculous numbers. From one of the GOATs here in Michigan, I'm definitely taking Los Angeles Rams. Carolina Panthers, your defense got you 3 picks against San Francisco on Monday night last week, and then you guys couldn't capitalize. You guys couldn't score points. You only had 9 points. Hit this out for a field goal on goal-to-go situations, and you get picked off on a goal-to-go situation. So that's not going to get it done. I'm definitely taking the Rams here. Then the next 3 games are the 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern time games. Starts with Minnesota Vikings at Seattle Seahawks. Minnesota, they're on the down and down. J.J. McCarthy might not be the answer at quarterback at this point. And maybe the defense is on the decline heading towards next year with this season possibly ending, honestly. They could be outsiders looking in the NFC North if they lose here against the Seahawks, which I predict they will. I didn't watch last week so much, but I don't know. JJ's got to improve his touch and his accuracy. And then, I don't know, Jordan Addison's having a down year. They're having a down year. They got to maybe bring in some new pieces. I feel like they're aging. Seattle, they're one of the top dogs in the NFC this year. They're going to be there in the wild card, so looking for them to get the win. So that's why I'm picking them. Seattle Seahawks. Next game is Buffalo Bills at Pittsburgh Steelers. I feel like the Steelers are going to have an end of season collapse, just like maybe the Colts that I said earlier, because the Steelers have been known to do that. Don't know if Aaron Rodgers will play or not. Man, I picked him last week and Aaron didn't even play. I mean, I thought he would play, but they might keep him out again, even if he practices this week. And even if he does play, I don't know. I feel like Buffalo, is going to get this win. It's going to be Buffalo. Next game, Las Vegas Raiders at Los Angeles Chargers. Chargers coming off a bye in play for a playoff spot. Raiders going to be in the draft. Definitely taking Los Angeles Chargers. Two primetime games to go. The last two games, Sunday night football. Denver Broncos at Washington Commanders. Denver Broncos could be in the Super Bowl for the AFC this year. That's my two favorites as of right now. Denver Broncos for the AFC and Los Angeles Rams for the NFC, and either of them could win it. That's just my top one of right now. I mean, it could change, and there's other contenders, a lot of other contenders. Washington, going to miss the playoffs this year, taking Denver Broncos. Moving on to Monday Night Football. New York Giants at New England Patriots. Giants, their season's over too. I mean, pretty much. I mean, not statistically, I don't think. I mean, maybe there was some teams statistically eliminated, but I don't think it's happening. I'm taking New England Patriots. They're the number one seed in the AFC right now. Looking for them to hold in an easy matchup for them. Maybe not a guaranteed. I mean, they did struggle a little last week against Cincinnati. And with the Giants being competitive and close with Detroit, pushing them to overtime last week, which was shocking. I mean, I can't believe Detroit let it get that far. I still think New England will grit it out and get the win for sure. And that's my picks for this week, the Thanksgiving week games, week 13. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys will join me next week, Wednesday, for my week 14 picks.